Alright, here's my power factor correction capacitance here. This is for the Tesla coil. Okay, here's the Tesla map software. And if you look over here, I input the values of my transformer. Then over here, you can see NST PFC capacitance. So I want 166 microfarads approximately. You can click on there and I'll give you a little more information down here. If you could read that. So that's it. That's Tesla map software. And my Tesla coil will plug in right there. Right now I'm just using that plug as a test to my meter to check this out. I saw this idea online. It was pretty good. I'll put a link under this video in the video description area for where exactly I got this from, and the guy demonstrates it very well with the spark gap and that. I have 166 microfarads here. The only difference between what he did and what I did is he put a bleeder resistor across each capacitor inside the plug, and I didn't want to do that because with more studying I read that those resistors will reduce the power then going to the Tesla coil. So I put a bleeder resistor over here in another outlet with a switch, so I don't have to be running that bleeder resistor. Anytime I turn the system off, I could just hit the switch on this one and it'll bleed it through this 1 mega ohm half-watt resistor. I also added a little neon lamp so it indicates, safety indicator, when the capacitors are bled out. That'll turn off. Okay, so right now I'm getting ready. Like I said, right now this last plug right here is just all wound up and connected to my meter here so I could check the capacitance. Now the power strip itself is not plugged in yet. Just want to check the capacitance here. So turn our meter on. Set it 200 microfarads. So let's see, when I flip the first switch, hang on one second. Oh, okay, hang on. We gotta turn this one on that our meter's in. There we go. Makes more sense. Alright, let's turn the next capacitor on. 150, should be close. 158. 160, we should be close. There we go. Pretty good. Okay, so that works. Alright, we got our meter off and our cord off. Now let's just make sure everything works here. We're going to plug it in for a few seconds. When I unplug it, the light should stay on for a second too. Let's put our bleeder on. See, that light goes on. Still on a little bit. Hard to see. It's off. Now they're bled. Resistor is not hot. So everything looks good. Let's plug our Tesla coil in there and see what happens. Let me get set up here. Okay, one more quick update here. The power factor correction capacitance seems to be helping some, but still not working. I've been going back to my old books here. Tesla coil design, Tesla coil construction, Tesla coil theory, doing tons of math here. And it's good books. They're about 25 years old. The author has built many Tesla coils, and he conglomerated all his data with many other Tesla coilers that have all, gotten their Tesla coils in resonance. And he made up nice little graphs. You got to stay in that bar area to make sure you're in resonance. Anyhow, doing a bunch of math, I come out to my secondary should be 846 windings. And then I checked out Tesla map software, and I was looking on there, and I checked out entered all the data for my Tesla coil and audited it. They have an audit button on there, and it says my secondary is too tall, which I've always figured this. Actually, this book actually tells you, it says if your secondary is of a too long of a length of wire, it will overload or overcurrent your transformer. So Tesla map software said my secondary was too tall, so I kept making it shorter and shorter until that message went away, and it coincidentally came up with the exact same length as I calculated out of this old book. So I had to cut like 16 inches off of my secondary. So notice it's not up on boxes anymore either. I don't have my primary elevated. I took all this black tape that I had around there, these plastic insulators I had around there, that's all off of there now. I closed up the diameter on my primary now. I get no arcing anywhere that's not supposed to be arcing. I put a little point on here now. Getting good discharging, but my transformer, the system only runs for about 1 or 2 seconds. Then the transformer starts buzzing. So good thing it has current limiting in that transformer. Make sure to always use transformers with no GFI. So the next thing, I think I'm going to add this Terry Fritz filter here now. And this should help to protect the NST. If we can get that NST to stop overcurrenting, I could run this for more than 2 seconds at a time and get it tuned better. So I've been tapping and retuning everything now. Spark gaps again. So anyhow, long enough here. I'm gonna get this sucker going. It's looking pretty good yet, but we'll get a good video of that, like I said, once we get everything tuned. So alright, till next time.